morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I was told to stay on script by my father, who's sitting right in front, so I will try to do that. Hello, everyone. My name is Scott Mabry. I'm here on behalf of my dad, Charles, and our family to share my mom's story. I would like to start by thanking Dean Andrew, Assistant Dean Derryberry, and the FSU Foundation. Of course, my family is here as well, so thank you. Congratulations to all the recipients of the scholarship awards today. We decided to create the scholarship to honor my mom, Prue. Her love for special education dates back to her high school years, where she taught horseback riding and had the opportunity to teach a special needs child to ride a horse. While in Catholic school, she saw a poem on a wall every day that talked about God's special children and inspired her interest in special education. She graduated from FSU in 1967 while being awarded the John F. Kennedy Foundation Scholarship for Exceptional Children to become a special education teacher. The scholarship was an integral part of my family's decision to create the endowment on behalf of my mom's legacy. Mom started teaching in Orlando the year after she graduated from college. She then relocated to Colorado Springs to teach at elementary school. My father attended his senior year at the Air Force Academy. They were married 3 days after he graduated in 1969. My mom continued her teaching career in California, which is where my dad's first assignment was. The birth of my brother, Jeff, then followed by myself, led her taking a 17-year hiatus from teaching to raise us. We relocated 10 times to multiple states and 2 foreign countries, each time closing and opening a new chapter in our family's lives. While stationed in the Air Force in Montgomery, Alabama, she designed a program for international children to help them integrate into American schools while their fathers were here on a 1-year Air Force training program. While living in Japan, she taught English to Japanese high school students. She also developed a program for a child with autism that lived around the corner from us. Her passion for special education was still her driving force to continue teaching when they were relocated back stateside to Patrick Air Force Base in Melbourne, Florida in 1988. She was back in her element teaching special education. For the next 25 years, she had various jobs within the education system, working with profound disabilities, Down syndrome, autism, and finally working as an early interventionist for children from birth to 7 years old. The more rare the syndrome or medical complications, the more Mom wanted to be involved with the children and the parents. She worked for the Brevard County School Board, visiting preschools with children that had individualized education plans. She would have to go directly to children's homes if the disabilities were too severe to attend school in person. She often went into high-risk neighborhoods week after week and was noticed by police officers who then started to escort the little old lady, in quotes, with a car full of toys to ensure her safety. She would never say no to any child. She would always find a way to accommodate their needs, no matter what. Mom was a firm believer that in a young child's education, the parents played a key role. She was nominated 3 times for Teacher of the Year in Brevard County and won twice. She actually withdrew her name on the 3rd time to give other special educators the opportunity to shine. Unfortunately, it was later in her career she was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and this is what forced her to retire. Otherwise, she would still be teaching today. I would now like to read a letter from Dr. Sally Shin, who is the director for the Space Coast Early Intervention Center, that wrote to my mom's oncologist prior to having a complicated and dangerous surgery. I want you to know you are caring for one of the most significant, talented, insightful, and knowledgeable early interventionists in our region, or perhaps our world. Remarkably, an average of 1 hour per week, patients in her care have learned to get past the grief of giving birth to a child with disabilities, develop strong attachments, and learn how to maximize the learning and time they have with their child. She has graciously and patiently guided other educators towards quality practices and outcomes in working with children with developmental delays. I've watched this happen over a 22-year period. No matter what position I've had in education during that time, Prue Mabry's name was always spoken with a smile and reverence for who she is and what she shares with others. She is famous among many in our community who are too burdened down with the day-to-day challenges and puzzles of parenthood. I was beyond blessed to have a mom like Prue. She had the most positive perspective on life, no matter what the circumstance or situation. She was an amazing grandmother to my brother's children as well as my own. They love their Grammy more than anything in the world. We believe that positive attitude to life is what helped her fight the 3.5-year battle with cancer, which she did eventually lose on October 24th, 2017. Every day on the way to work, she had a poem on the wall. She would read by Stephen Goulet. I expect to pass this world but once. Any good thing, therefore I do. Or any kindness I can show to fellow human beings, let me do it now. Let me not defer nor neglect it, for I shall pass not this way again. She lived her life by that sentiment, to never take a day for granted, be the best motivator she could. I'd like to read the last quote written by the parent of one of her students, and I think it captures how many felt about my mom and the good things she was able to do for children. I was very blessed to have your mom enter into my life when my daughter was 14 months old. I will never forget her, holding my hand, telling me she was here to guide me and my family through the special needs journey. At that point, Prue worked with my daughter for the next 5 years, and your mom and I became very good friends. And I can speak for the whole special needs community what an incredible person, advocate, and teacher she was for our families and special need kids. She loved her job, loved her family, and over the years, as her grandchildren were born, loved bragging about them and showing us the pictures. The Prudence Ronan Mabry Endowed Scholarship in Special Education supports undergraduate students at Florida State University who may be inspired by Prue's example and dedicate their careers to helping special needs students overcome adversity and achieve their full potential. Thank you again.